pain. Nothing but it. My controller disconnected and it fucked something up. So I'll have to restart my computer again after the stream. It's fun. Very fun. Very fun and good and enjoyable mode. That's for sure. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's good. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You ever find that when you restart your computer, it's less likely to actually restart than if I just turn the goddamn thing off and turn it back on? It makes me wonder why I ever clicked the restart button. And I click the restart button, it doesn't load. I click the shutdown button and it shuts down, and then I boot it back up, but it works just fine. Anyway, what am I doing right now? I'm not playing as this guy because I hate them. I'm not playing as this guy. Steel toe boots. Plays the boxer, I guess. All right. I don't get it. The act of restarting is just shutting my computer down and then turning it back on. Why is that so complicated for the computer to figure out? Instead, I get it. I can shut it down and it shuts down perfectly fine. And then it's like, oh, sorry, bro. You didn't want to turn me back on and didn't have to use that much brain power. Increased damage for weapon crits. I kind of just want one of everything, you know? What's the most expensive thing right now? I think it's this. Alright. Potions recharge your class talent. Yeah, I don't really know what that means, but it costs the most, so I bought it. Steel toe. Spin kicks now apply armor break for 3.5 seconds. Oh, neat. Yeah. Goodbye. I bought the reroll. I'm trying to buy one of everything before I start buying more of certain things, which maybe is not a great idea anyway, but too late. Alright. So I guess I'm going back to this place. The relic reroll? No, that costed less than 5,000, didn't it? That cost 4,000. I thought. Pop. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. Let's go take a look around. I have the double jump, which is nice. But I don't need to get the lilies anymore. Ow. Where'd you go? Okay. Oh, I can just hold the button. If I'm not hitting something, though, I fall. I see. I have to actually be hitting something for it to freeze me. Oh my god. Alright, I'm ready to just die. I'm okay, I'm ready to just die. Oh, wow. Yeah. Alright. You know what? Here, give me a big hug. Give me a big hug. I'm not playing the boxer ever again. No, thanks. No, thanks. Just give me the duelist or the... I don't know what any of these guys do. Cartographer. Overreaction. Meet overkill. What do you do? Low health, incredible mana, grand vision. Create a black hole. Only one black hole can be active. Gain flight and damage immunity. Hold B to aim and goes through walls. Sounds confusing. I don't have any money, dog. That costs 200 mana? Why? Why does that cost 200 mana? Flight, damage immunity, recharge. Hold and goes through walls. Destroys large projectiles. Alright. Yeah. Let's go. My trait's cartographer. Oh, that's why. You've got maps on the map is revealed, but you have no position marker. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that sounds kind of rough. I can't even see the map. I don't even know where I am. I know where I am. What the? Huh. Alright, cool. Well, I hope you liked this, because this is what I'm going to be doing for the next... Yep. There's no escaping. I'm going to be pausing the game a lot to check the map. I already did that anyway, but now it's going to be even worse. I mean, this black hole thing is kind of sick. Center on player. Oh, you can't do that. So I can go down and I can go across. Cool black hole. It doesn't suck things into it. Alright, this is going to be one of those effects that I don't ever get again, because it's kind of just, it's not really a massive hindrance or anything, but it's certainly annoying. Stay. Down, boy, down. Ow. So, Chad, as I said last night, I watched the 15th M1 last night. It was almost 2.5 hours. And I didn't really like it, I suppose. Like, I kind of felt like, because it was, I can't really explain it without spoiling it, but there was, like, the skits were, like, shorter, and there was less, like, actual, like, skits, I suppose. I don't know how to best explain it, but you know how you normally, it's like you get a little bit of banter, and then they move on to, like, a skit, and they perform a skit. Well, I'm probably dead. Well, they didn't really do that. Like, the skits in question were shorter. Some of them didn't. Only a handful of them actually had a skit. But even then, I think one of the skits was only about 4 minutes long total. Which is just like, what? That was baffling to me. And then, I don't even know how to explain this one. So the way M1 like works is they have 4 teams, right? They get 4 teams, and then they have one team come back, like a secret team that you don't know about, that's not shown off, as the 5th contestant. And usually the 5th contestant is something like completely unexpected, which this time it was, but not in a good way. So let me explain, I guess. This is going to be spoilers if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't, well, sorry. But also, well, you know. So this time, first of all, how many of you have read Lotus Eaters? This is an important question. Now, I know what you're thinking. Like, oh, I know where this is going. I get it. It must have been Mioi, right? Nope. Nope. The characters who showed up from the losers bracket to perform Manzai, it was not Mioi. It was not Mamizo. It was not Seika. Spin kicks apply armor break. Block 2 attacks consumes all man. Okay. It was. Ready for this? Yes. It was the Gay Dante Old Men. It was Heavy Drinker and Mister. That was it. That was your secret character. Were two unnamed villagers from Lotus Eaters. Yep. Those were the characters. You want to know the best one? The best thing about it? They won the whole thing. They won the whole fucking thing. Good Touhou M1 that was. Where the winner was Heavy Drinker and Mister. So on top of the skits themselves not being that amazing this time around, that was the winner. It's not like their skit was necessarily bad, mind you. There were some parts of some of them that were pretty good. But like, really? That was Touhou M1 the 15th. And I'm not particularly thrilled about it. So I'm hoping that the next one that I watch is better. There's only 3 more left for me to watch anyway. There's there's the 2 EX M1s, and then there's 16. So once I watch those, I'll be done. But every other M1 has been phenomenal. And this one was just like... So, okay, chat, you remember that story? You remember the story I told? You remember that story I told about how I picked out the movie for my friends, and it was a 1-hour special. It was a 1-hour special of Dane Cook, and then it turned out to just be a documentary and not actually comedy, and I was no longer allowed to pick the movie. Well, that's what this was. Ow. That's what this was. This was the, oh, it's twice as long, it must be good. But it was actually just... Ow. Forgot you were alive. It wasn't that at all. I mean, it was. It was just, oh, it's twice as long, it'll be good. But it was actually not. It was really unfortunate. So I'm a little bit upset. Oh, this is a new guy. Low health, good mana, eagle eyes, super crit chance. Attack reduces cooldowns. Dual blades. Last attack reduces cooldowns ×2. Skill crit. Create a cloak that avoids all damage. Recharges on hitting enemies. Okay. Sure. I'll try the ninja. My frame count is good. My connection is fine. I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. The job is over. 3,600. 3,400. I'll buy the reroll relic. Soul locked. Purchase Master Smith in the Soul Shop to unlock this. Alright, well once I buy one of everything, I can start fucking around. Oh, okay, these guys... These guys might be cool. Hold on, can I do one of these scar things? Simple start. Read clue. What? Whatever. Wait, why does he fall so slow? Flow like a butterfly and that's it. You fall slowly. Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Alright. I will, I'll read Lotus Leaders when it's done, but, like, that was the level of crossover that I didn't need. I didn't really want either, so, I went to the wrong spot. Whoops. I don't really know what the scars are, but I don't think I care enough about them to really... I did that again. Whoops. I assume they're in the set rooms that never change. The ones with the green indicators or something like that. Either way. This guy seems cool. I like this guy. Yeah. Alright. Okay, he doesn't hit as hard. But he hits 3 hits, so it's pretty good. Oh, and multiple crit chances means he can effectively do more damage as a result. Yeah, super crits too. Cool. I'll wait. Ow. I gotta be careful though, he's quite squishy. Now this is a cool class. Classes that can press the attack button and not have to sit there and wait for the attack to go through. I mean, I guess the last class I was using wasn't that bad. It was just the map bit was kind of obnoxious. Oh. Yeah. These are the kind of classes I like to play. Dex builds, not for me. I don't dex build. All right. I strength build. Bonk. My success has become my undoing. My brothers have blamed me for the rebellion and washed their hands of all responsibility. Lamech commands the guards and Enoch supervises the spies, yet the failure to discover the rebels falls on me. They seek to provoke me, their soldiers trample the undergrowth, they cut down the trees, they dig ditches to dispose the bodies. Everything I've done, they seek to undo out of jealousy and spite. They left me no choice, now I must oversee the burials. They offer no support and mock my traditions. They pressure me to lower my standards, but I shall not. Remove the broken metal, lest it pollute the soil. Clean out the wounds, lest sickness spread to the people. Mourn the bodies of the young, for they bore no children. Tend to my children as I tend my forest. Pass down all trinkets for sentiment is needed. Honor those who are dead and dying. Pray for the poisoned. Pray. But the bodies won't stop coming. Let the bodies hit the floor. No, I was just referring to Dex as like Dark Souls builds. I don't use Dex weapons. I don't even know really if there's any significant difference to a strength weapon and a Dex weapon, other than the fact that it takes one stat to use them and another to use the other. I just use strength because the weapons I think are cool are strength weapons. I mean, sure, a rapier is cool and all that. A katana is cool, but so is a giant greatsword. Ow. I'd say a giant greatsword is just as cool, if not cooler. You can't rely on crits. Critical hits are not something that you should rely on. I can't think of a single example otherwise. However, in Pokemon, there is actually one particular strategy for Kingdra. It's known as Sniper Kingdra. It's a legitimate set on Kingdra that utilizes critical hits. Here's how it works. So, critical hits have a different, a way of calculating the percentage chance of them activating, and it goes up by 5 levels, right? So, there are 5 levels of critical hit. So every move in the game has level 1 critical hit, which is about like I think it's like a 1 in 16, which is what a crit rate is. And then moves with a high critical hit ratio. Those moves have stage 2 crit, which is about like a 3% chance or something more. I just realized my HP is non-existent and I haven't found food. Oh, that's not good. Maybe I should spend some time in the earlier areas and get some more money for upgrades and stuff, because I'm getting my ass beat. I wasn't paying attention to my HP, and now I'm in a situation where I'm one hit from death. Yeah. Motherfucker. So anyway, crits do twice as much damage, but at some point in Pokemon, they reduced the amount of damage they do to 1.5. It was in Gen 4 they did this. So crits no longer do double damage, they do 0.5 more. But they also, however, they also changed the way the crit level works. So the way the crit level works now is that when your crit level reaches level 4 or 5, you have a guaranteed crit rate. I have 1,000 gold. 1,000. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna get some money. That's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead, take my gold. I'll take some of it back, I guess. So, yeah, critical hits now became guaranteed at level 4 and 5 instead of just level 5. So what Kingdra has... So Kingdra has an ability, right? Kingdra has an ability called Sniper, which increases the level of... not the level, sorry. It increases the damage of critical hits to basically make them ×2 again. And Kingdra can also learn Focus Energy. So Focus Energy increases your critical hit stage by 2. So that puts Kingdra at level 3 critical hit ratio with 1 Focus Energy, which is about a 25% chance or so, which is pretty favorable. But Kingdra also has an item called the Scope Lens. So the Scope Lens is an item that raises your critical hit ratio by 1 stage. So what this means is that when a Scope Lens Kingdra uses Focus Energy, its crit level becomes 4, which means it has guaranteed crits. And combined with its ability Sniper, it means it's always going to hit crits on all of its moves. And the thing about critical hits is they ignore status. They ignore status. I actually don't know for sure. Do critical hits ignore stat drops of the user? Nice. Like, I know that critical hits will ignore defense increases, but do they ignore offense decreases of the user? Because if that's the case, then because Kingdra's Draco Meteor lowers your special attack by 2 stages, if it always crits, that means that, you know, it'll never be an issue. It'll always be a 140 base power with stab on top of Sniper boost with a crit Draco Meteor without having to worry about your special attack going down. I have a feeling that's not how it goes, but it still doesn't change the fact that Kingdra can put out some pretty heavy damage as a result of that. None of us Gen 1. Well, I'm talking about Kingdra and I'm talking about Pokemon abilities, so it seems fairly obvious to me that I was not talking about Gen 1. I was also talking about Gen 6 mechanics changes. The point is, it's not actually it's a viable set to use, but it's not like you can throw it on every team because the setup required. Oh fuck, I'm dead. The setup required for it isn't as straightforward to do, I suppose. I hate this enemy. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my god. Oi. Awful. Wow. Empathy acquired. And improved. Max handicap for the Scar challenge has been raised. I mean, it gives me this stuff as well. But I probably shouldn't have done that. Because this doesn't actually give me money. I need money. That's why I'm even in this first area. Pop, pop. How do I acquire health? This is bad. I need something to explode into HP for me. If only I should really get the life steal rune, huh? Wait, I have it on. It's just not stealing much life at all. It's only 10 HP. Okay. I like whack-ass strategies like the Kingdra one, because it's not even like a bad strategy. It's just a little bit hard to set up. Setting up in Pokemon can be quite difficult, but there are some Pokemon that if they get away with a setup, the game can pretty much be lost unless you have something to deal with it. Oh, no. I don't want to... I don't think I'm going to touch in one of those combat portals. 1,000 years, 1,000 more. I'm working on it. Archer, no thank you. Boxer, no. Your weapon applies burn. Alright. Alright, let's do this. I can afford this. Which one's more expensive? 1,800. Bard? No. Encumbrance limits. Like it matters. I haven't really been talking to the blacksmith at all. Oh, he's got a bit of a startup on his swing. Alright. Alright. Yeah. I can work with it. I need those gold multipliers. I need those chests. Oh, nice. Wow, 30 damage is pretty good. Meteor. Alright. And it applies burn. Alright, maybe the chefs aren't so bad. The important thing is I can move while I'm attacking. Oh, this is how you reroll. Gain a blessing of strength. Hold up or down to change the direction of attack. Hit by the very edge. That sounds good. Oh. Oh! Oh! Alright. I mean, as long as I jump, I don't have to wait for the recoil. Ow. And it still applies burn. Okay. No, it still applies the burn effect. And you get a tip, you get a crit. And you can aim it. Oh, this is great. Alright. Alright, I gotta try and take this one far. How do I dispel these? Let me read my stats a little bit. Let me see. Stew, restore HP and mana. Recharges by collecting health drops. Hold up to 3 charges. That's very good. Okay. Magma Mass. Masochism. Gain 50% mana when you get hit, but you can't regain mana from attacks. That's great. That's perfectly fine. A gold bonus on something I don't really care about? Do I have a relic? No, I don't. Okay. Get rid of them with a jump kick. What do you mean? What you mean? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Puzzle challenge. Time limit 10 seconds. I'm now just realizing. Oh, I thought it was actually lined up to the thing, but it wasn't. I almost had it. It's alright. I gotta play this one super serial. Super serial. Get all the money I can from it. And then try the boss out with these specs. Hit the wrong button to avoid that. This is a good combination. I would like to find the oh shit. I'd like to find that curse thing that lets me increase my max HP by taking damage, so I can use the stew and then heal it up anyway. So I basically have potions. All right, I take it back. The chef is pog. Even without the katana, he's pretty pog. Gotta make that big money. Okay. The crit doesn't do that much more than a regular hit, but aiming for the crit feels good. The way, okay. Teleporter's locked in because of Pizza Girl. I could try and get some other teleporters locked in while I'm doing this. Ow. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I don't need to worry about that. It'd be convenient, but I'll have like better gold multipliers and stuff. What? Let's just do this. Okay. Alright. Gotta save this for upgrades and the like. Up and around we go. Up and around we go. Ooh. They don't die in one hit, but the burn damage immediately does enough. That was an accident. I'm ready to take this one all the way. Let's see. Epic Relic. Every unique relic increases your damage by 6%. Granted to those who made a deal with death, a reminder that everyone pays the price eventually. I'm gonna take things that I'm aware of. This drum sounds good if I can get it rolling. I'm scared of things that I don't know what they do. You are cursed. You'll die in one hit unless you fulfill this requirement. Oops, sorry, bro. You looked at the ceiling wrong. Guess you're dead. You fucking idiot. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I don't need to make a teleporter for this right now, even though I could. Because it connects to the first area anyway. Which, by the point I'm coming here, that doesn't even really matter. I mean, I can come to this area now because I have the wings. Is this the fourth area? Oh, this is the fourth area. Also, I can't afford it yet anyway. I don't have enough money. But the fourth area is going to be that. Oh, in the meantime, let's just keep exploring the main area. I don't really want to explore the second area. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the layout of it very much. So I'm going to explore everything here and then find my portal. Gotta find the portal and go to the third area. Nice. I will watch my HP. I don't know how much it heals me by. It just says it restores health and mana. Obviously, I don't want to use it when it won't be helpful. Okay. I've hit all the diaries here and stuff. Don't worry, I won't touch any relics that are too dangerous, you know. Nothing too dangerous. Alright. Okay. Let's see. So far, so good. Let's go back to the big room. Now you go over the resub. I can't, I don't got any topics. Chat, give me a topic. I ended up spending 2.5 hours in Genso Wanderer with everything I had for the day. I wasn't expecting to be able to talk for that long, and now I have to play another game, and now I don't know what to talk about. I talked about all the Lost Words stuff I wanted to mention. You know, I talked about fucking the interesting concepts of characters and whatnot. But now here I am, just like, what do I do? What do I talk about now? I'm blasted. How do people talk for that long? It's a hidden talent. Let me tell you, you don't fully appreciate how long people can talk about fucking nothing until you try it yourself. And I would actually consider myself to be a little bit on the better end of that too. But like, I'll be watching like Vinny stream, right? And Vinny will just like pull a topic out of fucking nowhere, and like you don't even really pay any attention to it, and he just starts talking about it and going on about it, and that's the topic for the next like 25 minutes. But like, it doesn't even have to happen naturally; it just happens. But like, how do you even come up with things to start talking about like that at all? There's an indie direct tomorrow. Yeah, there will be more lack of Holosong news. I understand. I'm sorry to those who are genuinely waiting for that. It's a bit of an easy joke to make. Games coming soon? Hold on. I'm gonna get this. I like the fireball. Okay. And it counts as another relic. Is there anything coming out relatively soon anyway? I honestly don't know. I don't keep up with too many things nowadays, aside from what Nintendo's putting out, because cribby. Did anything cool happen at Ray Taisei? I have no idea. Gonna blessing of talent, create a flying pirate so that you can freely move around, shoot stuff, and blow them up. I'm not gonna roll that because that's gonna take away my my B button move, and I like the fireball, even though I'm not. You know, I'm not using it. I'm not even gonna use it. What am I talking about? Shoot stuff and blow stuff up, because it also counts as another relic, which applies to the war drum to increase my overall strength. Oh no! Wait, no! It got rid of my my potion reserve. Oh fuck! I didn't know. I thought it was gonna replace my B button, not my Y button. Whoops. Oh, that's really not good. Well, that's fine. My other characters didn't need it, so my other characters didn't need potions, so it's fine. I regret that a little bit. But maybe this is cool, right? But that was pretty cool. Come on now. And it needs 8 kills to recharge. Oh shit. Now I'm only a cook in name. That's true. I gave up my frying pan for a katana. I gave up my my rations for a pirate ship. What am I? What the hell have I become? Do I have a hint for this room, perchance? Quests. No, not quests. Is it quests? Location discovered, entrance unsealed. The return. I've hidden my abode in the Tower of Lights against the far wall between the 5th and 6th lanterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right here, right? What? Wouldn't it be right there? Because that's the 5th and 6th lantern, right? I think this is the room, because it's a specific room, right? What counts as the 5th and 6th lantern if you count it by height? A secret room. What? Hidden my abode in the Tower of Lights against the far wall between the 5th and 6th lanterns lies a secret door. Maybe I had to stand on the lantern and I just fucked it up. I don't know. But that's the far wall. A secret door. So over here. Yeah, there you go. There we go. I figured it'd be the room that's unchanging. So what's in here anyway? Doesn't seem to be any money. I got it. No problem here, no problem here. In lore rooms, breakables will never drop items. Oh. I see. So we're in a lore room. Still gonna destroy everything anyway. Okay. Hi. Welcome, traveler. Not many people know this spot. Not many should. Everyone deserves a place to be themselves, eat an estuary. The ceremony of return draws near. I've got the Acton's rebellion. Even if I invaded the village, I could crush them before I even started, but that would only be a temporary solution. And attacking now will reveal my hand. I can stop the rebellion, but never discover whether the estuaries are on their side. There's only one solution to this conundrum. I shall let the ceremony continue its plan during the chaos. The traitor will reveal themselves to me. I know it. I have a secret set of guards ready to double the security of the gates at the last possible moment. The peasants will be decimated on the bridge. As for the rebels that ambush us during the ceremony, I will take care of that. No tricks, no treachery. I will show the people the true difference between a serf and a lord. I will cut them down one by one and forever crush their morale. This is the only solution. Let them come. Affinity bonus. Oh, you gain additional damage to the boss by collecting all of his stuff. I mean, the boss is already dead, but that's actually really neat. So if you find their secret room in their area, you gain benefits against their boss fights. That's a really cool idea. In lore rooms, breakables will never drop items. Does that mean this book can be read and it's actually something of interest? Scribbles, lines, covers, nothing intelligible. Alright. I guess we're all done there. That's pretty cool. I actually think that's pretty cool. So I guess I should, let's see, the return, open the golden doors, so that's the main quest. The sun lantern, return the sand. Okay, so I don't have the quest for anything else. I mean, the secrets are revealed by their memories, but I didn't find anything like that in the second area at all with the skeleton. So I don't know what's going on with that one. Maybe that area is unique in its design in that sense. But obviously, Naman has memories that I've been finding in a specific area. So if I find all those, it'll direct me to a secret room. I don't remember if there were any rooms that were, like, specific to that area, but if there are, well, eventually I'll get my hands on them. Alright. New game plus only? Well, okay, I'm not gonna worry about that then. I'm just gonna play the game normally, that's all. If I find things, I find things. I'm not gonna get too crazy about it. The game is quite fun to play, though. That much is for sure. It's a good game. Ooh. Ooh. Speaking of games, though, I guess, I mean, most of you already know this. I said it before, but I'm looking, you know, getting close to starting a new game time. And I have a few that I want to look into, of course. Thinking it's time to start Dark Souls 2. Legit. We got Yakuza as well. That's always a fun one. But I'm not quite sure when exactly I want to do it. Fate wills it. You have 25% chance to avoid a fatal blow. Please, yes. Give me that. Gray Bell. Take that. All those relics. Dark Souls 2. I don't think the servers are coming up anytime soon. And I'm gonna be real with you, I keep seeing Elden Ring art of characters and it makes me want to play the game. So I gotta catch up on the lore. Ooh. I want to catch up on the lore. And then I will be able to play Elden Ring. And then I will be able to pot friend IRL, just like everybody's ever wanted. And of course, as I said, Yakuza. I really enjoyed Zero, but I knew if I tried to play Kiwami right away, I would have burnt myself out of it super hard. So I didn't. But it's been quite a few months, so I think I could probably play Yak, you know. Do this IRL. I will get a pot friend emote. I already have a brilliant idea. I just need to send it to the right guy. The game looks good, and I want to fight all these bosses and stuff, but like, you know, I'd rather play the original trilogy first. Probably not Sekiro. I do want to play Sekiro at some point, but I feel like I should play Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 before I play Elden Ring. And I play the first one. Maybe I don't need to feel like that at all, and that's stupid and dumb, idiot, baka. But like, you know, that's just how I feel about it. I am the kind of person who has a really, really hard time playing games out of order, even if there's like literally zero crossover between them. Okay. I'm gonna fast travel here first so I can break the boxes. The Elden Ring doesn't have any connection to Dark Souls, no. But I still want to play those games first. Like, I can't really explain why this is the way I feel. It just is, and I'm afraid you're just gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to deal with my the shenanigans that make me who I am. That's all. All right, let's go to the plateau. All right. I know you don't need to play the older games, but when you give me a game and you call it the second game, it's like I gotta play that game second. And even in Elden Ring's case, it doesn't matter because Elden Ring is separate, but it still feels, I still feel like I gotta play the original Dark Souls trilogy before I put my hands on it. And I'm in no real rush to play Elden Ring anyway, but you know, I'll probably end up playing it once the hype has completely died down and it's become a novelty speed run. Or it's got a randomizer, and it will be a refreshing... It'll be something refreshing to see. They'll be like, oh, Elden Ring, I remember that when I played that game. Instead of like, holy shit, I've been playing Elden Ring for 90 hours a week. And it's all I see. I eat, sleep, and live Elden Ring. And then I'm playing it too. And it's like, oh, Jesus, bro. We gotta cut you off. You're gonna drop the load! Boxing gloves, not on your fucking life, sport. Wow. Cool. My boxing gloves got replaced by boxing gloves. Elden Ring's gonna get DLC too. That's another good reason to wait. Wait for the DLC and then buy the bundle edition, right? I can't really think of any other Touhou games that are like coming out that I'm really waiting for. I've been thinking about trying Ibunseki, like multiplayer, but I haven't really found the desire to really boot it up and give it a shot. I put the wrong button. These things do a lot of damage, and I don't have my healing kit, so I'm a little bit worried. Oh, now I'm extremely worried. I wanted to fight the boss with this loadout, because it was really good, but I just took a fat... Okay, never mind. Well, that was lucky. Okay, sure. Might as well give it a shot. No, I heal a little bit because of the thing I bought. So I at least have 1 HP to work with. Oh! No, I fucked up my jump. Aww. I cheated death on that twice too. I could have done that with that loadout, but I panicked too hard on the second phase. Damn it. Ooh, Ninja Boy's back. Alright, 20% left health, but you can dash in any direction. Okay. Oh, I could have won with that, man. The burn damage was so good. The range I was fighting her at was so appropriate. I'm buying the armor. Alright. Pirates. Can I buy anything else? Just this. Weight capacity and increase health gain from health drops. No, I'm good. How's my ruins? Focal ruin, increase magic chance, magnetic, increase my skill crits a bonus, super crits. Vent space time make things burn a little longer. That's pretty cool. Increased armor's max block cap. Mana potions restore max HP and armor. That sounds really good. Deal damage to enemies that hit you. Lifespan, grant more red aether, dash ruin. Grants additional dashes. I kind of want the one that makes potions, but I don't have enough money. Ah, fucker. Alright. Alright. I'm mad. I'm mad because I could have won that, but also I choked super hard, and I got bailed out by that relic twice. The nightmare bubbles are okay. I'm just worried that like when they show up during like when the thing expands, that's what scares me the most. Otherwise, they're something that their speed is fast, but they're definitely manageable on top of everything else in the boss fight. It's not It's not very overwhelming, which I like, but it's still pretty rough. All right, well now I need to find a potion. This guy is cool though. I like the assassin. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. His range is a bit short though, so he might be difficult to fight the boss with. I didn't realize how much damage the enemies were doing in that other area though, because the last time I explored it thoroughly, I had hitboxitis, so my hitbox was tiny. Things couldn't hit me. Alright, I don't have a gold multiplier, unfortunately. But I can dash in any direction, which will be very handy if I remember I can do it. That's the big if right there. Can I remember that it's something I can do when I need to do it? Wow. I'll take that. That's fine. Buy a blacksmith upgrade. You know, you're not wrong. Like, I have not really bought anything there, but it's not weapon damage I want. It's the ability to not die in 3 hits. Now, weapon damage would certainly be nice, but I kind of like buying the stuff in the castle and expanding that, just because it feels right, you know? That's why I never have any money for ruins either, because I keep spending my money on other things. I at least have some ruins, but I have a hard time saving money I have a hard time saving money in the face of options to buy. It's like, I could go check the blacksmith or the ruin lady, or I could just spend my money right here, right now, because this is what's in my face at the moment. And then I remember after the fact, like, oh, right, they were options too. I should go check what they have. Kind of wish I could go fuck up the boss again, make him drop my money. Assassin ability make you attack more than twice. It hits 3 times. It hits 3 times and it has a high skill chance. Yeah, 10% super crit chance. And it says last attack reduces cooldown and is a skill crit. Good fight. Alright. Resolve is the thing up by my level that lets me pick up relics. And if it goes below 100%, it affects my max HP. So better items cost more resolve. 24 resolve, 34 resolve, energy through friction. I'll buy this one. Bullet take circlet. Hitting an enemy with your weapon will generate enough damage or around you for 1.5 seconds. That sounds pretty good. So yeah, now I have 192. So you start with 225, but starting with relics also affects like your so you can take more, but I'm pretty sure if your resolve drops to 0, you die. But if you drop below 100%, your max HP will take an effect. I remember one of the relics I picked up was like 90 resolve. There are relics that are free though. Those ones are cursed and have to be purified and put you at 1 HP. Of course, these are all things that I've noticed in my limited amount of gameplay, so there might be more to it than that. I would probably play more of this game on my own, but I want to play it for the stream. It's a fun game, after all. I played a ton of the first game in that manner. It sets you to 1 HP, but doesn't outright kill you. Okay, that makes sense. Oath Relic. Depart this world. Increase your current gold by 35% and die. 1 life lost from one's lineage. Ignore your humanity and there's no better bargain. Now this one, I like this one because it tells you what it does so you don't take it by accident. It kills you and increases your gold by 35%. 35%. I'm pretty sure 35% of 1200 is, let me see, quick math. That's about 300 is 25, so a little over 300, between 350 and 400. That's not very much. I'm gonna grab the obelisk. Your skill crits have an 20% chance to become super crits. That's really good with this character. I'll take that for sure. That's a good relic to keep alive when you're doing a gold run though, for sure. You keep that alive doing a gold run, and all you have to do after that is go back and you go back and you hit it, and then you multiply that by 35% of what your total, and bada bing, bada boom. Chad, I have a question. Have any of you actually ever had the McRib? I'm asking this because I don't know if that's a real product. I've heard stories of the McRib, but I've never actually like seen it before, so I was convinced it wasn't a real thing. It's real? It sucks? Okay, what about the Travis Scott burger? How was that? Was that good? Okay, what about the Mr. Beast burger? What about those burgers made them people-esque? Ow. I had a burger with jalapeno and a cucumber on it. It was weird. But it was a burger, so whatever. The McRib is really fakey fake meat drowned in mediocre sauce. What kind of sauce? The Rick and Morty sauce? Is that why it was so popular? I'm half dead. Not a good thing to be. Some kind of barbecue sauce. Probably that real cheap barbecue sauce that you see in like frozen dinners. Oh. 85 and 100. Take 61 damage and increase your max health by 38. Now, you may be thinking, Dylan, why the fuck did you just do that? And the answer to your question, I have more faith in me than you probably do. Which is a rare occurrence. I'm confident I can get my HP back in somehow. What's my ability? Create a cloak that avoids all damage recharged on hitting enemies. Attacking will apply vulnerable to the end of the effect. Okay. I want some lantern food. You don't trust me? You've seen me play video games. Come on now. You know the old saying, clutch or kick. And I don't remember ever being kicked, so I must only be clutch. I just found pizza on the ground. Look at that. HP is coming back in spades. Ho ho. Alright, not bad. There you go. Well, that area, this area over here connects to... And I've been in there, yeah, the secret. Free chest, never hurts. Attempted a money as well. Okay. That's actually brings up a good question. Chat, what is the weirdest pizza you've ever had? Pretty sure Vinny has made like a, I think Vinny did something about this before, like with cursed pizzas. Cursed pizzas. A friend of mine says that tuna sweet corn is good on pizza, and he insists it's good. But every time he says it, like, he just gets the same reaction. Every time. It's like pineapple, I guess. 54, mortally measured. Sure. Lascicious Measure. Master Relic. Defeating enemies with crits restores 6% of your max health? Oh my god. Oh geez. Alright. Chill out. That's really good. The breakfast pizzas of scrambled eggs and tomato sauce. Have you ever had one of those? We used to sell those in my store. We had to keep it on the shelf for like a 6-week trial period, and I'm pretty sure we sold exactly 0 over that trial period. They were not popular. 54, Ring of the Titans engraved on the words of the East Pillar. Some run from death, others embrace it. Is there any way to increase my resolve? Because I don't want to lose my max HP here for this item. But these 54 resolves, nothing to sneeze at. But like, I just got a really fucking good item for healing. But I don't know if I can get more resolve is the question, is the thing. Like, the East Pillar, like, surely that's good, right? But if I, man, I guess I should just wait and hold it, because if I take either of these, my max HP is gonna like half, which is not really what I want, but it's pretty tempting. But I got a really good relic. That one is not very difficult. I mean, I also have a double jump now, so so it's significantly easier to time my my jumps. So anytime I get a kill with a crit, I heal. I bet that stacks with lifesteal as well. Can't aim this downwards, so I can't get that. Okay. Now, I've told you, Chad, I told you about poutine pizza, right? I've told you about poutine pizza. I've had that. It's very strange, but it's not bad. Oh, there were some in the Axis Mundi. I should probably go back and find them then, huh? I guess there's 8. I need to find, okay, so there's 4 journals and 4 memories. So I didn't find the 4th journal. I didn't find the 4th journal, and I need to find 3 more memories. Oh, okay, I see. I understand now. So there was 1 more journal in the Axis Mundi, and I don't have to go back to it afterwards, so I'll probably do that. I've had something called taco pizza as well. It's not actually like a taco pizza, but it's basically, think of like a regular pizza, but like the tomato sauce is like spicy. I don't really know the best way to describe it. I don't even really know what the sauce is, but it was the kind of pizza that if you eat it too fast, it starts to burn your lips, but in a I am enjoying this kind of way. I will go to the Axis Mundi to find that journal. I will do this. I will do this. Loath as I am to want to do it, I will do it. Okay. Mushrooms on pizza, isn't that like a staple thing? Like, people have black olives on pizza, and I think olives are really gross. I think they're very, very icky. Wait, what is this? That's the relic room, yeah. I could try to actually, I guess I could just try to re-roll and see if I get a cheaper relic. Any hit is fatal. Collect 1 food or potion to purify this relic and gain 76 max health and 50 mana. You deal 150 damage, but it's fragile. Collect 1 food or potion to purify this relic. Gain 76 max health and 50 mana. Oh my god, dude. Chat. I only have to eat 1 food item or 1 potion. Do I do it? I'm doing it. No, food will despawn if I activate it. Where's the portal? I have a few spots I can check for food. I have an idea for them. The hub areas where the portals are, I can check those. Okay. Yeah, starting areas I can check because they can have breakables with food in them. Yeah! Winner is me! Alright. So let's go back to the Axis Mundi and we'll find that last journal. I did it. Listen, is there anything you could really put on pizza to make it bad? Pizza always, to me, was always that food that you could kind of do whatever the fuck you wanted with it, and it would still turn out good anyway because it's pizza. Alright. Didn't think he would shoot 3 arrows. But I'm healing, dude. I'm healing off those crits and lifesteal. Peanut butter? Well, alright, I'll be real. I don't like peanut butter anyway, so that sounds bad to me no matter what. What was so bad about it? Was the texture just like Was it the texture? Was it the taste? Because things can have awful texture and still taste good. You ever have natto? I'm going to explain to you what natto looks like and feels like in a very specific detail. If you don't want to hear this, mute the stream for 5 seconds. But I will tell you exactly what I think natto looks like and feels like. Alright, ready? Here it is. It looks like somebody sneezed in your food multiple times, but your plate was empty to begin with. Alright, I'm done. That's what that shit looks like to me. That's what that shit feels like in my mouth. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. Well, that was good. People like it. People do like it. So it's got a taste to it, but I don't like the taste. I don't like the look. I don't like the texture. I don't like any of it. Yeah, it is gross, but that's just what I think of when I see it. Nasty. Yucky shit. Right, I have the angleable dodge. I gotta remember that. I told you I'd forget about it. If you fuck up a pizza bad enough, you get a call from the Italian Senate. Oh, he waited, dude. He waited to take that shot on me. Okay. I like pasta dishes, but I don't know anything about different pastas. Like, I can't explain the difference between any pasta at all. I just know that they taste good when you boil them and you put cheese on them and you put sauce and you do the mwah, and it becomes good. Ah. I cooked the pasta. I hit the spin kick, but alright. No journal? Gotta find one more journal, that's all. 54 for a scorpion. Defeat 15 enemies to purify it and gain 20 gold. No. 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 No, no, no. Alright, that's the bit on. That's the relics. I don't know who Enoch is, but they'll probably be a boss. Probably the 4th boss. Based on his mastery of magician shit. Macaroni. Oh, that reminds me. I have yet to have macaroni with mustard. I told Chad I would do that someday. Just macaroni and cheese, but instead of ketchup, I put mustard on it. Ow. I had barbecue sauce on spaghetti. It was very strange. Like, I used enough barbecue sauce to turn the noodles brown, but it didn't have too much of an impact on the flavor, but it was also kind of like, it was also kind of strong to a point where I would never eat it again, but it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. You know, I really thought it was going to be worse, but it was just kind of like noodles soaked in barbecue sauce. Oh, I don't have my double jump. That's why. Squidward is my best friend in the world! Okay. Alright. It's fine. I don't know about barbecue noodles, but barbecue sauce noodles, not on my recommended food list. That's all. That's all. Be advised. Come on, one more journal, one more journal. There it is. I had the same dream last night, witnessing the village abandoned as we seal the Stygian beast in the gatehouse. That dream will continue to haunt me until I understand why the Asturias decided to quarantine the region instead of fight. I know it wasn't due to the concern of my safety, thus the knot in my stomach continues to twist as my mind reels with questions. How did those beasts slip past our defenses, and why is no one alerted until it was too late? And why were there so few guards at the gatehouse that night? From the beginning, I was against storing the bodies in the gatehouse. The frigidness of the nearby Krugrium Plateau had preserved the bodies far better. Regardless, I know something is wrong, and it's about time I stopped ignoring it. I'll find a way into the gatehouse observation room. The guards keep records of the night events. There's a hidden back entrance into the observation room that is revealed in the lights. Perhaps I'll find my answer there. Missing bodies. Quest. Find the gatehouse's observation room in the Axis Mundi. The back door to the Carugian gatehouse is revealed in the lights. Oh wait, is that telling me how to get to the winter area that I found by accident? Is that what that's telling me? Because the gate was closed, but I could get around it even though the gate was closed. I just couldn't go back the way I was. Well, I could. I activated the room and the portal let me through it, but what about gravy? Oh, well, gravy's really good, right? It's hard to go wrong with gravy. You put that shit on everything. Now, gravy on pizza? I don't know about that. But what about biscuits and gravy? So what is this? Sun tower. Wow. Okay, so here's the thing about this area. I don't need to open a portal because... Actually, I think I do. Oh, no, I do because it's halfway into the Axis Mundi. If I open it now... No, I'd rather save my gold. But if I open it now, it won't be a hassle later. Decisions, decisions. Sun tower. Its risk level is 5, so... Its risk level is 5, so it's the 5th area. So I won't have to come back here for a while. I think I'd rather hold my gold. I'm gonna hold my gold. And move on. I'm not a huge fan of this area in general, but at least I only have to go through like 3 rooms of it to get there. So I can handle that much. And by that point, I'll be better equipped for it anyway. Okay. Don't get me wrong, the idea of this area is fine. I'm just personally not a fan of it. I like the castle design a bit more. Alright, you know what? That treasure chest, it doesn't need me. I don't need it either. That's what I've decided. Okay. I can get that HP back. I'm not doing. Nope. This is risky. I can heal off the crits though. Yeah. Alright, the third hit is always a crit. So if I can time it to get the third hit, I can get HP. That's doing a lot of damage. It's fine. I like this energy field quite a lot. Dispels those ghosts. Alright, I'm basically back to full health now. That's great. I've not have any, the most cultural food I think I've ever had, I suppose, is just like Japanese and some Chinese stuff. But not really a lot. I've had Korean. I've had some Korean stuff. But I'm not really, I'm not too culturally enriched in terms of cuisine. Ow. Ow. I think it depends on how weird it is. Like, I don't even remember what I had. Like, the amount of Chinese I've had, I suppose, is just like the kind of stuff you'd buy in a, this is a Chinese food place, which is like, you know, that's really pushing that. But I've had like actual Chinese dishes, or not, or Japanese dishes in like Japanese restaurants. Ow. And I've been to Korean barbecue and had like side dishes and stuff there. But I've never really had anything like I don't think I've ever had anything like a European specialty or anything like that. Oh wait, I've had a cheeseburger. That's an American specialty. See, I'm culturally enriched. Heh. 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 Yeah. Well, I mean, you might think that your food isn't that great because you eat it all the time, right? I mean, my I'm pretty sure Canada's like signature food is poutine, and I think poutine's the shit. That's really good. We also have we also do donair and garlic fingers. Donair and garlic fingers are very good. If you don't know what those are, I'm pretty sure one of those things is like a Nova Scotia specialty, and then another one is like, you know, it's not a specialty necessarily. It's a specialty, but it's not like only there. I don't know which one it is. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I did that. I could have easily made those jumps with double jump dash. That was a bad idea. Oh, that's fine. Spanish is food and fish and rice. Like cooked fish or what? I'm actually not a huge fan of cooked fish. I like stuff like sashimi more. Raw fish prepared. I think that's a weird thing. I really do think that's a weird thing, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain why. What are garlic fingers? Oh, whoops. Garlic fingers, yeah, breadsticks for pizza. That's a pretty good way to phrase it. Alright, well, I just took a lot of damage because I wasn't paying attention. Let's rectify this mistake. Oh, no. That's not good. Okay. I don't really want to fight in that room. It's more hassle than it's worth. There we go. It's just a garlic breadstick. Kind of? It's kind of like that, but like there's a little more, there's like cheese on it sometimes. I guess it depends on where you get it, right? But they're pretty popular. You can order them at pizza places. They're kind of like, I see them more as an appetizer than a full course. But they are quite good. They're quite good. But if I'm ordering pizza, I'm getting pizza, you know? Okay. And donair, which I believe is lamb? I think it's lamb. I'm not actually sure what it is. And that's not really a good sign of something that I enjoy eating, I suppose. But it's quite a... It's quite heavy. It's quite a heavy meat. And the premier thing to eat it with is donair sauce, which I don't even know what donair sauce is comprised of. I'm pretty sure vinegar is a part of it though. But there's something else too. There's definitely something else a part of it. But the sauce is also incredibly good, but it's one of those foods that you eat and you think is delicious, and it makes if you feel like shit afterwards. Is it goat? It might be goat. It's goat or lamb. It's got to be one of the two. Yeah, the secret between the lights. Which takes you there. There's a small hole in the wall. Yeah, so I've already found this. Right? The back to the gatehouse is revealed in the lights. The back door to the gatehouse. Find the gatehouse's observation room. Wait, no, that's not correct then. Between the lights. Huh? Am I missing something here? Why does that lantern react when I hit it? Oh, it's not the lantern reacting, it's me falling in that spot. The secret is between the lights. Like, you hear that noise when I do that. What's causing that? Is this the room in question? Surely it's the room, right? The gatehouse's observation room. The back door to the gatehouse is revealed in the lights. This is the Axis Mundi, and if it's saying the gatehouse, then it surely is referring to the area next to me, right? Because the area next to me is the plateau. So it should be in this room, between the lights. But it's not referring to this? Small hole in the wall, bypass the roads narrow, and the drop is steep. You go through it, it's a one-way trip. Yeah, I did that. I don't know. The lights, blue crystals, or the flames? See, that's the thing I don't know. But the thing about this is it has to be one of the rooms. It has to be one of the rooms that cannot change. So it's either the boss room, the pizza room. It's probably the pizza room, actually. It's probably the pizza room. Because the pizza room's in the middle and it has that green indicator to it. No, it's because it's not telling me to go to the other side. It's telling me to find the observation room. I'm pretty sure it's the green marked map that I'm supposed to be looking for. So I would have to run through all of Axis Mundi again. To find it, because you see the one with the wizard dude was green as well. I guess I'll just wait until I have to take a return trip to do that, because it's gonna be lore and it's gonna give me an advance against. It's gonna give me advantage against the boss, which I've already already beaten. All right, that hurt. Get over here so I can kill you dead. The teleporter. Oh wait. Wait, I forgot. The teleporter in the sun tower. It's right above it. I completely forgot. I went up there and activated that. Oh wow. All right. Okay. So between the lights. Well, those are torches, right? There's a crack in the wall, but I don't think that really does anything. So this isn't the right room. But then what's the puzzle I'm missing? I don't understand. So where is it then? Where is it in this room? If it's between the lights, I would assume I would need mana to break a wall that isn't visibly cracked, right? But there's one torch here. There's a crystal lantern here. Oh wait, what if I need a mana spell that can actually hit above me? Because the one I'm using can't. The one I'm using cannot hit above me, so I don't think I can hit that. But I thought that was there so you could use it to cross over. But surely you need mana for it, right? The door isn't going to work anymore. I don't have any mana. I don't know what torches are being referred to. But the one that's just kind of here is like... Oh, wait a minute. Are these torches? Or is this like coal? I think it's between those two. But I still need something that I can aim upwards to break that. Because I think those are torches, but they're not lit. If I'm looking at that correctly, anyway. I don't like that room. All right. Ooh. Okay. Up first. Nice. Got a lot of money. That's for sure. Unfortunately, this conversation that we were having is over. But it made me want pizza again. But I'm going to withhold. You can't ever really go wrong with pizza. But you also should know that you can't eat pizza every day or it will do bad things to your insides. Please be very mindful of your insides. Why is that growing? Eldar Ruin. Power of the old gods. Increase magic crit damage. Cool. There you go. When I order pizza, I order myself a large. I always want to eat 3 slices, even though I know I shouldn't. And then I don't really regret it per se, but I'm like, yeah. And then I have 5 slices left for tomorrow, which becomes lunch and dinner. So I just eat pizza for a whole day as my food. And my body's like, bro, why are you doing that? I don't know how to explain to the poor guy that I'm in control. Ow. Nice. I could have ordered a burger and fries for like the same price. So it's a steal in that regard. I don't have any of those apps that let me order food from places because I'm too lazy to set them up. Which is honestly one of the greatest benefits I have as a human being. Is I'm too lazy to sign up for things that are convenient but expensive. Therefore, I save money just as a result of existing. Don't ask about my Fumos, though. Just don't ask about that. That's what we call a necessity. A necessary investment. Yeah. You don't understand. I need them. I'm gonna buy some fruits tomorrow. I'm going grocery shopping. But every time, the last 2 times I've bought them have been rather unfortunate circumstances. So maybe I'll just stick with strawberries because I eat them, I like them, and they're good. You gotta eat stuff that's good for you. I am not the pinnacle of this advice, mind you. So do as I say, not as I do. But healthy food can be good. Wardenhelm. Alright, I'm just gonna wait him out. Nice. There you go. I did participate in the recent Fumo sale, yep. I got Miko, Jun, and Ruma. Because I was awake for a very long time, refreshing the page. I won that battle, and many others didn't. Many went to bed defeated, unaware of the greatest benefit ever given to us by Ami Ami, which is just, you know, it's something. I wonder if I would have succeeded if more people knew about it, though. So, when you think about it like that, it means it was better. It was better the way it was for my success rate. But it's still, you know, still unfortunate. Although I don't feel bad for the people who wanted a Fumo for nothing more than to sell on eBay. Oh, wow. So all of the... When enemies defeated... Okay. So the Lily tokens are now replaced by actual relics, so I can grab relics there as well. That's really cool. I hate the zombies, dude. I keep not paying attention to them. It was going for hours. It started at 12 and it went for 5 hours. I hit the wrong button. That's the bell, right? 25% chance to avoid a lethal blow. That's pretty good. So someone got 23 Fumos from a sale. Yeah, I saw somebody say they got 2 Mikos, and I was really confused by that because it's supposed to be a 1 per household sale thing, which means that you can only order 1 with per account. So why were people ordering multiple on different accounts? What's going on there? That seems kind of fucking suspect, wouldn't you say? There he goes. Nice. There we go. This run's been going for a while now. I didn't realize it's been an hour and 40 minutes, but I've only changed hands like 5 times. Nice. Come on down. Ooh. Nice. I'm basically at full health now as well. Scrapers. Yeah. Yeah, those guys. Oh no. I can be happy that Ami at least tried something, but they need better procedures than what they went with, that's for sure. I think Fumos are cute, I think they're neat, but I do not see a merit in owning multiple copies of the same character. Because at that point, it just kind of gets weird to me when you just collect the same character over and over again. Like, it's one thing if it's different manufacturers for different plushes, but if it's the exact same product multiple times over, it starts to become a little bit concerning. I like Jun. I don't need more than one Jun. All right, that's it. That's all I need. I need one Ruma is enough Ruma. I don't need to fill up my couch with Rumas and post it on social media and be like, wow, look at all these Pumas I have. Did you know they're really hard to get because assholes like me buy them in bulk? So there is absolutely no supply because I own about 10 of them. Ow. Alright. Maybe you want to seal one and one not? Why? What are you gonna do with a sealed one? Look at it? Replace the dirty one with a clean one instead of just cleaning the Fumo itself? Well, I guess there's that whole shit. I mean, I don't know if people actually do this, but I've seen it as a trope where it's like you buy 3 of the same product. You buy one to preserve, you buy one to enjoy, and you buy one to lend out to other people. Yeah. There's enough sense to it to me that I can be like, okay, but also at the same time, it's like, you really need 3 of them, dude? How do you clean your Fumo? You get some crazy, like, water pen thing. That's how you do it. Because you can't put them in the machine. Okay. Okay. End of May gift is doing rain when Marissa made to order. That's pretty pog. That's pretty pog. When you say gift, you mean gift, right? Like not Ami brought to you by gift. So I can actually, I have to use Zen Market again, but at least I can actually get them. I think. I hope. I'll give it a shot. Woo. Woo. This omnidirectional thing is really good. It's actually super specific to my stick direction as well. Ow. Alright, I'm dying, Squirtle. I need to be more careful. Seems to be gift store. What brought that on, though? Don't get me wrong, that's pretty great, but, huh. It's been 100 days since the monsters arrived on the bridge and the gates were closed. For 100 days, we carried out our duties. We have nursed the wounded, we rationed our food. 100 days have passed, and now eternal summer is faded. The ash and snow continues to fall, but instead of nourishing the soil, it suffocates the land. The earth is cold, and the forest bows under the... The supplies don't arrive soon, all the villagers will perish, and without them, my forest and centuries' careful stewardship will be gone. Announced 17 hours ago, so might be the sale. Well, once they're available for pre-orders, I kind of have to, like, you kind of have to time it, so you send your request to Zen Market, like, some hours before it, so they can kind of nail it right when it comes up. But it's hard to really predict because it's not me pulling the trigger, right? They bombed out at Rate TSA and there's more demand for them. Well, that makes sense. They're really popular. They've definitely become more popular in general. Because the thing is, custom Fumos exist. Custom Fumos exist and are great, but there is no denying that the price gap between just buying a regular Fumo and getting a custom one is massive. It's fucking massive. I accidentally just uncovered a secret. I think. Oh yeah, I did. How about that? If I was gonna get a custom Fumo, I'd want it to be a character who does not have, like, a, I'd want it to be a character who does not have a Fumo available of them. Oh, she shows 2 of them. Oh, she also does 90 damage. Alright. Okay. If you know how to sew, if you can make actual Fumos that look good and close to the original product, you could probably make a lot of money, yeah. Because while customs are pricey, well, it makes sense why it's pricey. I'm not gonna say anything on that front. I think the price is pretty justified considering how difficult it is to make a plushie. But you also can't argue that the price doesn't play a bit of a role in the fact that people want a Fumo, but they also don't want to spend that much money on a Fumo when there is an option for official ones. Official ones that are much cheaper, but they're really hard to get because everybody clamors for them. Everybody wants a Fumo. How am I supposed to record funny videos on social media without Fumos? I'll have to actually post content, or I could just steal it from others. Everybody else does. 34. Guide from the Stars. Beanie Babies were only bought because people thought they could sell them on, where Fumos are things that people want to actually keep. Well, yeah, but because of that, now people want to buy them because they are things that they know they can sell, right? So that's kind of how that turned out as well. Puzzle. No jumping. Okay. Thank God for omnidirectional dashing. You got a need for speed. There we go. There's still a base value to them. Well, yeah, no, you're not wrong. I don't know anything about Beanie Babies, though, because I was not old enough to really understand what that was, I suppose. But in Fumo's case, Fumo was always that thing, like, that was hard to get your hands on. When I started, anyway. I don't know how to get my hands on it. It seemed pretty elusive. And then GIF was like, restocks. And I was like, whoa, shit, I can actually get a Fumo. And then I actually got a Fumo. I was pretty surprised by that. Didn't think I would ever actually get a Fumo. Much like figures and stuff, I figured that was something that I missed out on by being too late to the party. Alright. One, two, three. For fuck's sakes. That really wasn't worth the hassle, huh? Alright. Old refigures up for sale. I don't... Another one. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. That's a good spot to find myself in. Cool room for that enemy. Travel, fly! All the way up to rank 4 for the assassin. Damn, it's even on speed up right now. Baba booey. I'm gonna take a crack at the boss. Ah, the regular guy can do that. Alright. Let's see. How much money do I have? 14,000. So what's a good one to buy? Chance to find ore and breakables. Okay. Equipment weight up. 54. Ronin, bards. Pirates. Can't buy that, can't buy that. Max room weight capabilities. Character EXP. Reroll. Why stay when you clean when you can fight dirty? Knock back your foes with a massive cannon, then use the target practice and shoot them in the sky. If you wonder where you find yourself in a corner, you can always call for backup from your mates. Alright. Can't get that. Bard. The battlefield is your theater. Set the stage of a beautiful ballad, improvise a tale, you dance around your foes. Only one rule for Bard abides by is leave no witnesses. Okay. Spin kicks also scales with your intelligence stat. Sure. Ronin. Outcast from society, the Ronin learn the way of the blade in the harsh life of exile. Practice your attack range, strike to distance, teleport out of inner danger. That's good. Increase weapon crit damage. And I have 2,700 left, so I can buy one more thing. 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 2,000, 910. Alright. Purchases have been made. Alright, big dog. Let's go. Going right to the boss. The chef became a Ronin and a pirate combination. Alright, what's my, let's see. Can damage yourself will always skill crit. Explosions are neither friend nor foe. Alright. Well, spin kick's doing damage based on intelligence means it'll at least do more than what it was doing anyway. So, let's go back to, let's go back here, and I think I can figure this out. I'll leave these alone in case they explode into food, but the room should be, if it is where I think it is. No? Wait, those are buckets now, not... Never mind. I had it wrong to begin with. That hits everything, though. I don't know where it is. I just want to go to the boss and take a crack at her before I, you know, call this one, like, a day. Because I didn't really make progress, so to speak. Get a little bit of gold. But boss first and foremost. Crunch time, crunch time. Oh, that reminds me. I need to bundle my orders. I need to bundle my pre-orders, and I didn't do that yet, and I don't know how, so hopefully it's not that complicated a process. It's one room back, since that's where the gatehouse starts. Oh. Oh, that's what you mean. It's not that room, it's the room before it. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can bundle them with my Touhou copy. Oh, it's a fairy chest room. Hold on. Might as well try it out. Very well. Right, the last part. I see it. Or I don't. But I see it. I think. I accidentally just used both of my shots, though. I don't know what spot of the wall to hit, and my MP cost is pretty high, so I'll have to try that some other time. It's pretty easy to do. Well, alright, then that won't be a problem. I'll just have to go to my cart and put everything together, I suppose. I'll figure it out. I just forgot to do it is all. You have a gift, see? Stop wasting your talents to help everyone you meet. You could be working in the Citadel and make change from the inside. You don't have to suffer like this. If you fight, you die. Trust me, there's no winning this war. You have no idea how powerful Lamech is. It would take 100 soldiers plus a miracle to stop him. Forgive me, I don't know why I'm writing this. I love you, Z, but you must be open to compromise. I hope you don't hate me for what I'm asking. Alright. So our boss you already killed. Well, I know that, but I want the lore, you know, discover the lore room. Consider the quest done. Nice. Weapon crit chance. Cool. I kind of want to explore a little bit, see if I can get a free relic from the lily rooms. Like here. That would have been a good find with the last guy. Ow. Whoops. That was just greedy. Okay. Those zombie enemies are very annoying. All right. maybe not that way. I'm looking for the boss room, but also I wouldn't mind finding a relic. Oh. Okay. Blessing of Talent, always and strong. Shout. That's the shouting one. Pirate ship. Doesn't matter. I don't really want it. Okay. Okay. Half dead. No problem. I'll get some health back. Okay. Ooh. Why did that one not get hit? Well, now I'm in danger. Oh. I'd say money's good, but I don't know if 2,000's really enough to get much of anything. But where's the boss? The boss has to be connected to a certain type of room, right? That seems like a pretty good way to die. Forgot. Ah, I made it. Food? No food. Lily room? I want a lily room. Defeat all enemies. Nope. There we go. Oh, pizza. There we go. No more gold. Oh. Yes. Yes, I want the yes. I'm going right to the boss. No more playing. I was lucky to find that pizza. I don't want to lose the HP. Let's just go back to the boss. Here we go. Last attempt for the night. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. Estoy lupo. Big. Wow. Big boosy. Alright. Crunch. Well, I mean, I'm alive now, so I guess I'll just take this as far as I can. I'm gonna go get the other memory. Never could accept Alma's Nestiere. She was one of the good ones. It's easy to make exceptions after condemning a group. Took me a long time to realize that everyone's an exception. Thanks, stranger. Anyway, let's... Well, I guess we're going overtime. Until I die. Never mind. Never mind. I really thought about fighting that battle. Didn't want to do it anymore. That wasn't too bad. I remembered about 3/4 into the way of the fight that I had another button I could press to attack her with. And then I finally did. I only got hit once. Alright, I don't want that. I don't want the gold drops reduced. Those wisps drop a lot of money, huh? Don't worry, I will, you know, we'll see how long this goes. That ninja guy went for a while because he did all the World 1 first, but I'm not going to do all the World 1. I'm just going to carry out through World 3 here. Oh. Well, things hit me for 70 damage. Things kill me really fast. It's a miracle I'm even here. I really think I should have more upgrades than I do, considering the chip damage I did to the boss. But I beat her. I did in fact beat her. She took me less tries than the first boss, more tries than the second. Second boss only took me 1 extra try. Okay, so the whole top half is done. So let's go down here now. I gotta find the there's 5 memories to get. It's always the same spot. I just have to find the room it's a part of. That's all. And then there's also another chance for a relic. I could also just go grab the money multiplying relic and die. I could do that. Multiply my gold by 35% and then kick the bucket. I forgot there was no ground there. You know, I'm seriously debating that. You know what? If I go through this entire area and I don't die, I'm just going to go multiply my gold by 35. I'm not touching that. Maybe I'll die there. That looks like a good place to die. Tend to the forests. I tend to my own children. Take only what is needed. Harvest only what is dead or dying. Always call the poison. Always. I cannot go on. I must escape the noise. Tonight I shall steal away from the village and find a nook high above the cliff's edge. There I can contemplate in peace. Alright. I'm not going in there. Pirate ship. It's one of the relics. I think it's this relic, the relic that's closest to me right now. That was the die multiplied by 35%. Which ought to be pretty good. Thank you. I don't even know how to explain this room. Wow. Dude, potions explode out of everything, but meat does not. Gonna live up to the expectations. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. Dude, I missed the ninja guy. He was fun to play as. He had a cool ability and everything. I mean, this dude's fine, but he doesn't have any, like, cool... He doesn't have anything, like, super cool about him, I guess. I mean, he beat the boss, so I'd say that's pretty fucking cool. Alright, we're going down and around this way. Quick chat, quick. What is 35% of 7,000? Oh, that was close. That's like 2,000 extra gold, right? Katana was cool. Yeah, and I unlocked the class that uses that normally, so that's exciting. This is the special room, huh? Did I? Oh, there's stuff back at the beginning. Alright, back to the beginning. There's still more gold to get, though. Actually, I have the mana. Let me go do the water wheel thing. I gotta blow up the water wheel. Okay, alright, let me do that first. Not gonna go too far over time. So, do you want me to... Here? There we go. Oh, that's what it meant by the torches lead the way. Yeah, I thought I saw a pathway in them. The black roots won't stop growing. They're going to crush me. Why did I leave my weapon by the door? That was careless of me. I need to find help. I can jump out the window. Perhaps the bodies will soften my fall. Wait, what's happening to the bodies? Are they squirming? It's the roots. The roots are infesting the bodies somehow. Oh no. Something's coming. Well, there's a dude there. Why would he leave his weapon over here? Alright. Pep's secret discovered. It's pretty good. Down this way, and then down this way. Nice. Alright, back to the entrance. Let's do it. Ronin won't have the fire effect? No, but it will have the crit effect to it. The fire effect was super cool. The chef, actually, I think I'm gonna like the chef. I'm waiting until I get hit. Inevitably get hit before I touch that meat. Alright, not bad. Oh, I didn't even fully heal anyway. Didn't matter. Okay, there appears to be one more connection here. Wow. Cornucopia. Health drop, restore an additional 8% of your max HP. Alright. Okay. There's one chest I missed, but that's alright. Alright, Chad, it's time. Perish. Your hair shall inherit your fortune. Goodbye, Justin the Third. You did it though. You beat the boss. You earned this death. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Look at him run around. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Mortis. 35% of 10,000. I mean, that's just an extra 3,000, right? Isn't that just an extra 3,500? Nice. Oh, and the first Ronin I get to play as. Colorblind. Duelist. Sir Teddy. Ronin, low health, average mana. Lone Traveler, plus 20% strength. Katana. Hold up and down, change direction, hit the very edge of skill crit. Cool. I think that 10k was included. You're probably right, because I'm pretty sure I had 7,000 when I grabbed it. Still, 10k is nothing to sneeze at. If I had done additional work, I could have got much more out of that, but I'm afraid it's quarter after 10, and I want to keep going. I wasn't really You know, I can't say I had the most faith that the boss was gonna go well, but I did give it a real shot, and then it got really close, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what, we're doing good, we're doing this. So yeah, it's another successful day. I basically spent an hour and a half as a ninja, and then I beat the boss with a knight. Cool game out of 10. I'm still mad about that fucking zombie thing though. That was a stupid room for it. Like, oh, it rushes you and it claws at you and you can't jump over it in like any of these corridors. It's like, come on, man, what the fuck is that? How am I supposed to even fight that thing? And I went and pinned myself. But whatever, it's over, it's done. So I guess next time I play, I have to go to the area connected to the first one. I might buy the teleporter. I might get lazy, but you know, it's an investment. Yeah, halfway through, I suppose. I'm probably not going to do New Game Plus stuff on the stream. I'll probably just beat the main game. But I probably foresee, you know, at least a few more parts, for at least. But I like to think I'm doing pretty well in this game, but it's hard to really gauge that in any real capacity. 3 bosses, though, is good progress, no matter what, though.